Setting the tracking level or the purchasing level is something that you set it and you do not change it once you start using the item. Changing it can result in unforeseen results and give you a lot of errors in any previously created designs. So decide, how do you purchase the item? CratePro will use level A internally. Okay, do not change the unit of measure on level A in any of the item categories, even if it allows you to do so. This is how CratePro is going to calculate how much of a material is being used. But in the example, I'm in plywood. I don't buy my plywood by square foot. I buy it by the sheet. If you see this area grayed out, this is what you would not modify on your own. So if I'm buying it by the sheet, I set my tracking level by the sheet. If I buy it by the square foot, I will set my tracking level by the square foot. When you get the program, the most common purchasing level for the existing items will be the one that is selected, but don't hesitate to change it before you start using it. Then what you'll see is the cost broken up by here and the weights are entered by here based on that default tracking level. What you do need to keep in mind is if you change the tracking level, it is going to change it here. You will have to go ahead and change it to the cost per square foot if that is the unit of measure for that item. And you will have to manually adjust the weights because what has been entered is based on the default. But you do want to set the tracking level based on how you purchase it. That is what makes it quicker. When you select your tracking level, the unit of measure is always going to be 1, okay? All the items below that and above that, if you do have one above it and you are not selecting level A, need to indicate how many of a particular item make up that unit or how many more of that item are in that unit. Okay? So we've got sheet right here. If I hover over this, I can see what CratePro has calculated how many square feet are in a sheet. In plywood, it's taking it based on the width and the length, but that's not the case for every single item. For example, we can go to assembly materials. We filled in each here for covered vents. Well, I may not buy them each. I may choose to buy them differently. Okay, so we can go ahead and click on the next level in this field, by box. I'm going to change the unit of measure, okay, to 1. As I remember, it has to be 1. But now, so that CratePro calculates it properly, I have to tell how many of these covered vents or how many of this item is going to be in my box. The easiest way to do that is right in this field, say, okay, I have 250 covered vents in the box. So I will just put the formula 1 divided by 250. Click away. CratePro will calculate for you what the number is going to be. Remember, once we have set that tracking level, we need to make sure we are entering the correct cost based on the unit of measure we have selected as our purchasing or tracking level, and that we have entered the correct weight based on our new tracking level. You will do this for each one of the categories. Fasteners is a biggie because most people aren't purchasing based on one item. A big example is we may go ahead and we'll take our nails. Okay? Each or by box, how is it that you're going to go ahead and purchase these items? It is much easier to go ahead and say my purchasing level is by the box, by the carton, whatever it is, enter the number 1, and then again, when you click here, you'll say, okay, I have 500, 1 divided by 500. Let CratePro do the math for you. This way you can enter your cost based on the box and you can enter your weight based on, again, the box, which is how you purchase it. This makes things much quicker going forward. If I go here and I go to the list and I want to change my prices, I can very quickly change my prices here based on the correct tracking level or how I purchase it. Or I can also go to the change it here, and we're going to go to the list. I could choose just my active items, whatever it is that I would have. Okay, plywood, I'm sorry, I want to scroll down. Active plywood. Okay, I can see the list, and very quickly I only have my active items to adjust, and it will be based on the tracking level or how I purchase these items.